Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-June 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Taurus collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Taurus here in mid-June? We are getting very close to Cancer season. Let's see what energies, messages, insights, all that good stuff. What can we have a look at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Taurus, please. Guides and spirit team, give us a couple messages here to start. There we go, nice and quick. So I think this is a lovely type of energy. It's a lovely card for a lot of Tauruses. Maybe you're laying low. This feels like a comfy, cozy type of energy to me to lead off with, which that's a good thing, right? I like when we start off the reading in a place like this for a portion of you. And you know, we'll talk about it in a minute because I feel like there's a lot coming through for some reason. But before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So if you look at the imagery here, it's absolutely gorgeous, the aesthetic of it. We have this lady, she's in the pond, she's with all these geese or birds, and it's like she's somewhat blending in with the crowd. So when I see this, it did just feel pretty comfortable. So for some Tauruses out there, maybe you're laying low, right? Like maybe you're in your comfort zone, laying low, doing your own thing. Nothing wrong with that. That could be a good energy. This could possibly be someone you're connected to that might not be trying to stir things up. Maybe they're like keeping a little bit of a distance, trying not to like stir anything up. Because to me, this is someone blending in one way or another. Now, aside from the messages I already gave when I see this card, since it's so beautiful, for some of you, there might be something happening with your aesthetics. So you might be changing something up about your wardrobe. You might be changing something up about your look. This is a beautiful, self-confident type of energy as well. But for a lot of you, I do feel you just like, I don't want to say that you're laying low, but it's like, yeah, I'm comfortable here for whatever reason. So we're just going to put her down right there. She can continue chilling with the geese. Let's get you into tarot now. And I always say the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here. What do we got for the Taurus collective, please? Guides and spirit team. And while we shuffle this up and get it ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because we did have some tower energy in the mix. The reading was titled A Shocking Change. So for some Tauruses out there, there could have been situations and things changing like on a dime for you. I would just want to tell you that energy could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks. So keep your wits about you for the most part. But if you're in this mode, if you're just chilling, doing your own thing, minding your own business, that shouldn't be a big issue. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So when we take it how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going. Guides and spirit team. 3 cards here for my beautiful Taurus friends. What do we got in mid-June as we move out of Gemini season? There we go. So we do have the Emperor. I know there's some readers out there that sometimes link the Emperor with the Taurus collective. I'm going to see what surrounds it first before I call that. To me, this is more Aries-like energy, but let's get a couple more, okay? Because that Emperor in position number 1 is like, I got things under control. Don't worry about it. We're good. We could be seeing big career things or monetary things, financial things for a lot of Tauruses in this time with the way this energy is lining up already. And we shall discuss it. Let's get one more out here before we do. What do we got for Taurus here in mid-June? Thank you. Okay, 3 of Swords, double 3s. So we do have some number signs that we're going to want to take a look at here. Total opposite energies on the back end. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, we do have an intriguing mixture of stuff going on this week. We have some fire element, we have some earth, we have some air. Now these could all be separate things. They could all be different aspects of the same thing. You just take it how it flows with you. Obviously, when we start off 3 cards and then there's 2 3s within the 3, we're seeing number signs and synchronicity already. So we'll want to pay attention to that as we move through the reading. But for a lot of you, there can be career things at play. There could be some uncomfortable situations at play as well. It just all depends. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. So position number one, we have the Emperor. Okay, I know the Taurus Collective, they usually get the Hierophant. They also get the Empress. Some readers give you guys this. I would say if you're on that cusp of Aries and Taurus, then you could identify with this card. But this is divine masculine energy for the most part. You might be connected to an Aries when the Emperor is here. And he is the yin to the yang of the Empress, right? So as the Empress attracts abundance, this card is a little more proactive. We think of a shot caller type of energy. We think of situations involving control, like I got this under control, don't worry about it, like I'm good, I'm calling the shots, I know what to do. It's giving me that type of vibe. The Emperor itself, if we're not talking about stuff like that, in its roughest case scenario, sometimes it can be someone that's a little overbearing. This could represent divine masculine individuals. It could represent authority figures of any kind. So whether that's supervisors, bosses, you know how it goes when the Emperor is here. So we'll see what's up with that, especially when I have the Emperor with the Three of Pentacles. There's a big connection here with career and work for some of you. But I'm not going to fully go there because that doesn't always have to be the case. So the Emperor can be very good for getting things done and keeping things under control, which is nice. If you are dealing with like a situation or a problem, I feel like, yeah, you got your finger on the pulse of it, or it's like you got it in your sights. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, this is usually, out of all the threes, one of the more positive ones. And you see these individuals, it's like they're working hard. They're working together as a group, as a team. So again, especially since it's in the Pentacle suit, we think of business, we think of career, we think of earning money. This is a very creative type of energy as well. So I think of a very nice flowing type of vibe. It's a group dynamic as well. So when we see this, a lot of the energy that we're seeing this week might be someone that's in your circle and not even yourself, especially when we have double threes, because it's like, all right, the energies could be focused on others as opposed to yourself, especially if you're in a comfortable place right now. But again, with the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles, like watch out for any funky things going on with authority figures, especially in regards to money. We usually think of good flowing energy, though, with the Three of Pentacles. For some of you, we got to get more detail. That is for sure. Now, on to the back end, we have the Three of Swords. Totally different than the Three of Pentacles. So now that we do have the repeating numbers showing up, signs, synchronicities, omens, your spirit guides, your team, they might be trying to send you messages. They might be trying to send you down the right path. They might be trying to help you avoid this Three of Swords. Now, I always say with the Three of Swords, the most iconic card in the tarot deck, it does represent pain. It represents something that could be uncomfortable. It's always on a spectrum, though. This doesn't always have to be like major heartbreak, devastation, although it can be. The big thing I think of with this, it's just not pleasant. It's uncomfortable. So this can be a situation that needs to get resolved. This can be a problem that does pop up, and we'll want to look at it further. But when I see the Emperor with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, it's like, all right, this is solvable. Like, I can solve this, I could fix this, or I could work with this. So we'll see if it's something you want to pour your energy into. So I feel like this could absolutely be a complex reading this week, Taurus. So I want to dive deeper on it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Taurus? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Emperor, see what's up there. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Emperor time. What is this Emperor up to here for Taurus? Thank you. Five of Cups. Okay. Yeah, a lot of this could be like emotional management itself. Now, again, with the Five of Cups, very similar to the Three of Swords, that it can be on a spectrum here. For a portion of you, this could be a male figure in your life or a divine masculine figure that is going through some things. It's going through some problems. This feels like a very stoic type of energy to me, where this could be someone where, like, even if you could tell something's off, this person's like, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. So some of you could be acting in that manner as well. Like if there is something that you're a little upset about, a little gloomy about, it doesn't have to be anything crazy or major. You might just be taking a stoic stance about it. That's kind of what this is giving me here. So whether this is another person or yourself, whatever problems or situations an individual might be going through, everything is fine. Don't worry about it. It's like giving me that energy. Now, the good thing about the Five of Cups is that it's a passing type of energy. It's not permanent. This isn't like a long term that there's going to be a problem that's going to go on forever and ever and ever. Notice that there's still a building in the background, even though this person is dressed all goth and emo, and there's still cups that are standing. Okay, so when I see this, I think like, okay, this isn't the final destination. This can be worked through, which is a good thing. That's what I'm liking about what I'm seeing for you this week, Taurus, is although we have a couple problem areas or a couple of things that are showing up, these situations, I feel like they could be worked through. It's like these are solvable. It might not be pleasant, but it's solvable. Let's move in on the Three of Pentacles. Very stoic type of individual here in the front, though. So let's see what that Three of Pentacles is like. Let's see what that Three of Pentacles has to say. Because now we could be looking at the energy of others as well. So talk to me about that Three of Pentacles, please. Thank you. Okay. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And yeah, there could be some shaky energies in your circle of acquaintance, and I'm not saying it's just you. Now, I will say this for some Tauruses out there in regards to career, now might be a time to make a change. Whether like some of you might be internally feeling that, and this message is going in a couple different ways, so I'm just giving this to those of you that may be focused on career at this time. Intuitively, you might feel like, all right, well, now's time for a change. I need to switch something up here. So whether it's finding a new position, maybe some of you are getting promoted, maybe some of you are leaving, it could all really depend on what you're going through. But if that is not the case, I feel like this is a bit of a warning in this time. With the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, there could be a shakeup or something going on in your circle of acquaintance, and it might be difficult for you to not get pulled into this. Okay, and I've been seeing it since the beginning. For a lot of Tauruses, just doing your thing, right? Like just in your own mode, doing your thing, comfortable, cool, everything's fine. But it might be a bit of a challenge in this time not to get pulled into other people's stuff. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If nothing like that's going on right now, a couple days pass and just keep your eyes open for it. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is usually a card of patience. Somebody waiting on something to bloom and just sitting back, and yeah, it'll happen when it happens. When it's in reverse, it's like, no, I'm done with waiting. I'm done with waiting. I'm not waiting. I'm not being patient. I'm not being calm. That's why I'm seeing this possible situation here, or time for a change for some of you. So let's keep moving over to the Three of Swords, because I feel like this might be one of the more important messages within the reading itself. So let's see what's up with that. But again, I just want to say, I feel like all of this is solvable, which is the good thing. So let's see why the Three of Swords is in the mix. Seven of Pentacles, also karmic energy as well. So keep that in mind. And that's why I'm saying there might be time for a change for some of you. But let's see what that Three of Swords, pardon me, has to say. What's the Three of Swords here? Okay. The Magician. So we bookend this reading with cards that do represent control. Okay. Now, for a lot of you, there can be a situation or a problem, like I said, that is out of your hands. I saw something similar. I believe it was in the Leo reading. So just keep your eyes open in this time. There can be like some situations or problems that just enter, and it's really not something you might have caused, or it's something where there's not much you could do about it. It's like giving me that kind of vibe, especially with the Emperor and the Magician bookending this reading. It's just showing up in a powerful way. Now let's talk about the Magician a little more. Very spiritual. For some of you, you might be turning to spirituality in some form or fashion, whether it's meditation, whether it's praying. If you're going through a difficult time, if you're feeling these feelings, you might be turning to spirituality. I'm not just talking about tarot. I'm talking about like deep meditation, prayer, just exploring your own spirit. What it might be, nature for some of you. It all really depends. But spiritual practice can be very soothing for you in this time. That's one thing I want to mention with this Magician. Of course, he's a card of manifesting. For some of you, if you're in a sticky situation, Spirit might be wanting you to purposely manifest or bring things in that are going to alleviate this issue. But I feel for a good chunk of you, whatever problems or situations you're going through, I don't feel like you did a ton to contribute to it. I feel like it's kind of like you got pulled in. So I would watch out in this time. Okay. Stay in this energy like we saw in the very beginning, right? Because it might be easier than usual to get brought into other people's stress, brought into other people's stuff. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, because although I do see some spots that we want to pay attention to, I do see solving all of it as well. But position number one before the shadow, we have the Emperor, which some people give to the Taurus collective. I call it Aries energy, and the Five of Cups. And to me, this was giving a very stoic type of energy, where if someone's going through something, if they're not in the best time, if they're not feeling too great, they're never going to show it. They're just always like, well, don't worry about it. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm good. It's like giving me that energy. So whether this is someone else or how you're choosing to go through a problem, it's like, I'm not going to show how it's affecting me. I'm not going to let anyone see how this is affecting me. That's how someone's acting. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, it could be time for a change in regards to business and career, but if you're not focused on that right now and you're happy where you're at, for a portion of you, I did say watch out for getting sucked into other people's situations and problems in this time, because it could be easier than you think. To me, it just feels like a lot going on the outside. On the back end, we have the Three of Swords with the Magician in the upright. For a portion of you, feel whatever these things are that I've been picking up on, I don't feel like you did a lot to contribute to them. Or it could just be something that's out of your hands. There's not much you could do at this time. If that is not the case for a lot of you, if you're going through some Three of Swords energy, spirituality will be highly soothing to you. So whether that's reconnecting spiritually, finding a different belief system, different practices, you name it, there's good energy towards it. And Spirit wants you to be manifesting purposefully in this time because your energy is heightened. So please take a screenshot of that. Interesting reading this week. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, though. So let's get a good shuffle and see what's happening for Taurus, please. My guides and Spirit team. And this definitely presented a little differently than Taurus readings usually do. But yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, shadow card time. What do we got? What is in the shadow? Quick, very quick. Temperance. So I know I was already saying like now might be a time for a shift and change, and I do think that's true. But another thing I will say, when Temperance shows up here, this is an extremely spiritual energy as well. And usually depicted on Temperance is the Archangel Michael, the defender, the protector. So some of you might just need to hear you got, Spirit looking out for you, watching your back. Okay, so if it's something you've recently been through or something that's coming up, just know Spirit has your back here when Temperance is in the mix. Now, for another portion of you, this could be someone you're connected to with strong Sagittarius placements. We've been seeing a lot of fire sign energy around you for whatever reason. So if you are connected to a Saggy, they're showing up here in a big way. You might want to reach out and have a chat with them. But a big thing here with Temperance, aside from the things I already discussed, was someone's patience level. So for some of you, I mean, this could either be Spirit telling you like, okay, you'll get through it, don't worry, cool. It's like a soothing type of energy. But another thing I'm picking up here is just trying to stay calm, steady, and sturdy. That's a big thing. So I feel like if you set that example, this could be a great energy to lean into, and it's very protective. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, my digital calendar is open on mastermetaphysics.com, so go ahead and check that out. And if you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this weekend's readings. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments if you could snap your fingers and visit anywhere in the world right now, where would it be? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.